um, bringing the focus of our attention to the feeling state of the body. And just being willing to notice what you encounter there. And on the inhalation, expanding in 360 degrees. And on the exhalation, relaxing the musculature into that space. And establishing a pattern of this inhalation and expansion in the hip area, physically, all around your body on the inhalation. And the relaxation and release physically, expressively with your body on the exhalation. Expanding and releasing. And take the person who's doing the expanding and releasing and invite that person, because for most of us it's up in the head, the idea of who we are engaging in this. And invite it to get into an elevator. And notice that while that thinking aspect of ourself is in the elevator, the body's still expanding on the inhalation and relaxing on the exhalation. And when we relax, this elevator is going to drop down into our pelvis. It may take a few breaths. It may be a very quick descent. It matters not. And when that sense of self arrives in the pelvis, the elevator doors open, and there's a very lovely, relaxing area for it to lounge. And while it's lounging, this idea of the body is going to unfold for it. That mind, that when it's up in the cranial brain, is always looking for harmony. As it relaxes here in the pelvic floor, it realizes that looking up and into the body is the expression of harmony. So many processes happening in the body, so many organs with different functions, tissues with different needs, all working tirelessly, ceaselessly. A demonstration of harmony in action. And what's more, sometimes when we're up in our head, we wish there was better governance in the world. And as our thinking self relaxes in the pelvic floor and looks up and through the body, we see the excellent governance of nature itself, of an intelligence far beyond the ability of our sciences to fully explain, that is governing these systems in the body that work together in such bizarre ways to keep this being functional. And it can't count on much help from us because we're typically in our brain running around doing other things. This body has to pretty much sustain itself. So there is an intelligence and a governance about this that is exceptional and relentless and completely enveloping our being and all of its activity in a symbiosis that's in harmony with all of life, life itself. Everything that's available on this planet to be in communication with. Which gets back to what an awesome example of harmony this body is demonstrating. When we're up in the thinking mind, we look for love. But when we're down in our pelvic bowl in this beautiful, relaxing, comfortable, luxurious way to sit and look up at the body, we see the body is love. It's love expressing through all of these processes, through so much aliveness, just operating in the background, willing to facilitate whatever experience the thinking mind points the being towards. What selfless love of every cell of this intelligence. What else do we look for? We look for peace. What's amazing for me as I sit here is the peace that this realization and the physical relaxation of each breath makes real in this moment. So I can access this peace even while being aware of all this activity, all of this ceaseless activity of the bloodstream, and this being released now and here and that, and this digested, and so much activity and so much peace, so much stillness in that activity. And it feels restful when I give my attention to it. It pays me in the moment for my attention. When we're in our heads, we look for wisdom and knowledge, and our bodies demonstrate such profound wisdom. Like every cell in our body is opening to receive nutrients and closing when it has the right amount. And then it has another process for opening to excrete what it's done with. It does this without ever having studied it. The wisdom that's at play, expressing as us. The body is such an incredible example of wisdom in expression. And what makes our cells so genius at this is that they're semi-permeable, which means they have a distinct being and shape, but they're not rigid in a closed system. And they know how to interact with the world, opening when it's appropriate and closing when that's in our best interest. That's something I'm trying to access all the time when I'm in my mind. And here, every cell in my body is actually doing it. And so if I want to learn how to be in relationship with the world and embody my values and ideals about peace and connection and love, I just need to become a student of what's already happening as me. And suddenly, for me, the divine, which all my life felt like something like up and out and deep into outer space, suddenly that axis shifts and it's within me and all around me. So yeah, what we seek is within us, actively demonstrating everything we need to know to engage with this life and this world with harmony and wisdom, care, kindness. compassion. How compassionate is our body? Oh my gosh. If I treated anyone in my life with such disregard and have them actually facilitate every single thing I do with very little blowback, the body is so compassionate to me. And then when I finally realize what I've done, it doesn't make me pay, it doesn't make me punish. So, yeah, the body, everything we seek is within us. And I invite you to consider other things that you value and take that elevator down and relax in the pelvic bowl and look up and see if you can't find it demonstrating in the simple function of your being. So that's the invitation. Thank you.